Sometimes the greatest act of self care and self love is to say no, not as a punishment or to feel guilty, but as a source of liberation, as a source of connecting to your own personal truth. Hello, my travelers. It's Kristen again, and I am here with another little chat, little somatic reset meditation, and then we'll go into 20 minutes of journaling. I had to say no to someone today. And in the moment, it felt like I was being punished because I was going to lose something by telling this person no. And I went through this whole process with it because even though I was saying no, because there was an aspect of something that I didn't want, it was not in alignment with me. My nervous system kicked in with this sort of like this visceral reaction. Oh my God, I'm going to lose something. It was tapping into my survival. And it made me, and then I would swing back and forth. I would titrate back and forth between, but I don't want that. Why does it feel terrible to say no when I'm expressing what is true to me, what feels good to me? To say yes to that person would have felt terrible in my body. It would have felt terrible mentally. I would have been really upset having to do this work with this person. And yet I had a whole thing around letting it go and losing something. Again, feeling like I was somehow going to be punished um, and lose from it. So I wanted to create this space tonight to explore the joy of saying no, because that's what I kept telling myself as I was titrating back and forth between, I don't want this. That's a no. And oh my God, I'm going to lose something. I'm going to lose income. I'm going to lose something in my life. This person isn't going to like me, come what. And I wanted to share some of these thoughts with you. When this happened, I went and I thought, what can I do to break up this pattern that I have of going into appeasing this other person? I said no, and yet there's a part of me that almost wants to appease them somehow, like connect back and say something. And I didn't do it. Like, what can I do to break up this energy? And it really was to get up and move. I like get out of the house, go take a walk, go walk to the coffee shop. And, I was so in this process of feeling bad about saying no that I went to get in the car to drive to the coffee shop. I'm like, no, get out, walk, be in the sunshine, move the body, do something different. Like, right, I would make it easy for myself and drive, get up and walk. Do the opposite of what I would normally do, and it really helped. So I would suggest that, like, do something a little bit different, physically, and maybe it's if you were running around, maybe it is lying down, but, that was very helpful to me. So, let's take a moment, take a deep breath together. I know because even talking with you about it right now, it brings up a little bit of the activation in my body. And so all day today, I've been exploring how can I find this joy in expressing my real desire, my real thoughts, my real truth. Accepting that I said no to something that I didn't want and not seeing it as a punishment to them or to me, but as my truth and something that could make me feel more open, something that could create more space for the things that I want to say yes to come in. So I'm going to take a moment with you and take a deep breath as we get into our time together. I feel like I want to shake out. Feel your weight. Notice the gravity that holds you. Let the belly soften. Let just even 1% of the jaw loosen. You touch it, remind it, even just slightly. Let this time tonight not be about pushing into bigger boundaries. It's about coming home to the ones you already feel inside, right? I had a boundary that I knew was there. So, why is saying no so hard? I think many of us learn to say yes as a survival strategy. That's certainly how it was. I went into, I'm going to lose income. It might be, I'm going to lose a relationship with someone that I really care about, even though it's not in alignment with me. A friendship that's no longer in alignment. Leaving something behind that you once cared about. Maybe yes kept you loved, safe, connected, feeling of belonging. You know, that brilliance deserves respect because it saved you once. But survival isn't the same thing as joy, right? We want to thrive, not just survive, as the saying goes. And it's a cliche for a reason because it is so deeply true. And eventually, the body begins to notice the cost of every yes that's not your personal truth. It comes through in exhaustion, resentment, self abandonment. This isn't about being harder, it's about being truer. So, no as joy. Saying no isn't shutting the world out. It's not isolating yourself. It's letting yourself stay inside. A no creates room for rest, clarity, meaning, desire, authenticity. A no honors bandwidth, energy, nervous system capacity. You only get so many yeses in a lifetime, right? Spending them consciously is love. The joy of saying no is realizing you don't have to abandon yourself to be loved. You don't have to abandon yourself to stand in your personal truth. You don't need to abandon yourself to move forward into the things you want. So let's take a moment together. Close your eyes if that feels safe, or simply gaze softly. And put your hand on your heart, maybe on your belly. Imagine someone asks you something you don't want to do. Feel your body's response, tightening, bracing, shrinking. Maybe your heart's racing. Maybe you have that slightly sick feeling in the belly. Maybe the brain starts racing, creating lots of stories all at once. Those sensations are your no. It's not from fear, it's from your instinct. So say to yourself gently or out loud, no. No, because I want to stay honest with myself. No, because I want to give from fullness, not depletion. No, because I said so. Boundaries can be soft, warm, kind. A whisper that doesn't have to be a huge disruption. David Lynch said, "Silence is the roar of the universe." I love that one. So, getting your journal close to you, finding your pen, maybe putting your hand on your journal, your pen, blessing these tools of self-realization and awareness with your hand, with your breath. Take a big inhale and exhale. And just drop in even a little bit deeper to that release. And inhale and exhale, surrendering even more. And as we move into reflection, it's not about fixing, but about listening. Poet David Whyte wrote, "Anyone or anything that does not bring you alive is too small for you. Anything that doesn't bring you joy, that doesn't make your heart sing, that doesn't give you energy, inspiration from within, is too small for you." So let this land. Let this land like rain, cleansing, detoxing rain across the places where you made yourself small. And perhaps in this next 20 minutes, it can gently wash away even just a little bit. So write unedited, write honestly. Let's let our nervous systems exhale, regulate, unwind. Take pauses often. I am going to give you a prompt, or you can simply just write from whatever is coming out for you. These prompts are just some guides, but you are your own first guide. Let's see. Maybe I'll give you more than one to choose from. Prompt number 1. What boundary would bring me relief? What boundary would bring me relief? You could also have as a prompt, what no can I bring in to my life this week? What can I say no to this week that will open up more space for joy and what is aligning with me now? You can combine those two prompts. Whatever is feeling right for you. I'm going to put the music on and we'll go for 20 minutes. I'll give you a 5-minute warning and I will see you on the other side. Have a beautiful journaling journey. And taking a deep breath, coming out of the trance state of the journaling, of the unwinding, finishing up those last few words or sentences for now, knowing that you can return to this practice at any time. We practice together to integrate this into our lives. You have this as a resource any moment that you need it. You have to support yourself, find insight for yourself, slow down and receive clarity. Just grabbing a little bit of bergamot because it's very energizing, but it's also very joyful. All the citrus is very joyful, can really give some spark to the body, make you feel happy. So I used to really be into, I had a mentor who was into all the doTERRA stuff, and I had collected all of it for a hot minute. And one of the combinations they would talk about a lot was peppermint and bergamot. Peppermint being to bring clarity to the mind, clearing out the mind, energy to the mind, energy to the body, and the citrus bringing that joyful kind of energy. And they would call it the happy crack. It's just so interesting. It's so funny. It's happy crack. So get your peppermint and your bergamot or your orange or your lemon or your lime or whatever citrus if you need a little bit of joy plus energy in the body, mind, and heart. So I want to share a few things. I got a thumbs up, so whoever is here with me, mwah, thank you. So sit in the silence created by the no. Because it might feel like it's empty, like you've lost something, that you're being punished and something's being taken away. In some cases, you might feel your no, you took something away, or God, I said no because it wasn't in alignment with me and I had to, but now I'm somehow being punished because I don't have something I want, or it's going to cause me to have some sort of lack or something in my life, or it can be easy to go there. So try to lean into this place of the space that the no created, into the silence. So to calm down the meaning making of this action of saying no that felt true and liberating to you and right to you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have done it. Sit in the silence created by the no. Even if it's hard, do it for 1 minute and then continue to go back to it throughout the day. Just take a deep breath, sit down, feel your feet and your seat. something else that came up that I want to share is the thing that you said no to, perhaps, and this will resonate with some of you, was co-created by you and that person or you in that situation because in the moment, whatever it was that you were agreeing to felt right for you. It felt comfortable for you. Whether it was good for you or not, it doesn't really matter. It felt right. It felt comfortable. It felt like what you needed at the time. Maybe it was out of survival. Maybe it was out of, that was the story of how you did things. And it's okay to accept that maybe that person is expecting this yes from you or this whatever it is or this situation is because you've said yes to it in the past. And there might be a moment of, oh crap, that's right. I kind of helped create that. It's okay. Remember, you have the right to change your mind. You are a growing, living person who is evolving and changing, and you have a right to grow. And sometimes people don't go with you in your personal growth. And that's just the truth. There's a magic in the mystery of the unknown and the space created by the no, right? So again, coming into the silence, into the mystery. Think of it like a street corner in Manhattan, and there's a full moon over the cityscape, and it's that romantic night feeling at 10 p.m. or the stroke of midnight, and the moon is down, and you could be by yourself. You could be having this completely romantic moment with your. There's a sensuality, there's a fertility, um, there's a warmth. There can be a gooiness if you can lean into the mystery and life as your mystery school. And this is just a piece of your curriculum, but that it can be a little bit delicious as to what is coming up next because the no has opened up a very big yes in progress, right? So it's like, well, it didn't happen right away. The no, the no's are opening up a very, it's already opened up the moment you said the no, even through all this stuff that I went through today that you might go through, that it's opened up a yes, a very, very, very big yes in progress. And to be forgiving with yourself and give yourself grace for perhaps appeasing or being in that fawning place. Um, for some of you, you felt you had to appease to stay competitive in something, to feel loved or to feel in belonging. So, if there's anything you'd love to share, I would love to read it in the comments, whatever you just kind of want to share, just so that you could be witnessed. And that's what the community that I'm trying to create is about, just being here for each other to witness each other, even with just a few words. Because sometimes all we need is just like a few words, and someone's like, yeah, I get you, I see you. And that's what these live streams are about for me. And I'm honored that you're here whenever you are watching. I go live all the time, several times a week. There are all kinds of videos about self awareness and um, intimacy and relationship, the intimacy and relationship you have with yourself, and how that shapes and creates the intimacy and relationship you have with others and the world around you. This is a space about coming together, unwinding, just being yourself. Let me know in the comments or in the chat where you're from. And let me know what other kinds of topics you would love to explore in these journaling sessions. I send you lots of love. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It will help me intertwine with the algorithm of the YouTube and If you found this useful and helpful and supportive, then that would giving me a thumbs up would help the mechanism of YouTube put this out so other people can find it helpful and supportive. And of course, always you are invited, and I would be honored if you would hit subscribe, and I would love to connect with you more. So I will see you on the next one. Good night.